The galaxy was full of light, but for humanity, everything turned dark on the day of the banishment. The Galactic Council, a circle of ancient alien empires, gathered in their great hall and declared that humans were unstable, dangerous, and unfit for the central worlds. No hearing, no defense, no hope. Humanity was simply cast out, like dust blown into empty space. Captain Arlen Hayes stood in silence as the ruling was read. He felt anger inside his chest, burning like a silent fire, but he kept his face calm, because humans had learned long ago that showing weakness only made aliens cruel. The Council ordered every human ship, every colony, and every citizen to leave the core systems within one solar cycle. No human presence will remain under Council law, the speaker announced. Whispers filled the hall, full of fear and relief. Aliens believed humans were too fast to adapt, too quick to learn, too dangerous to leave close. Humanity was pushed toward the dark border of the galaxy, a region called the Silent Edge. It was a place of dead worlds, broken moons, and quiet stars. Many believed no species could survive there. Some even believed that sending humans there was the same as killing them slowly. But the Council did not know one thing. Humans were not easy to break when they were pushed down. They rebuilt when they lost. They learned when they were exiled. They evolved. Arlen watched as Earth's last evac fleet crossed the border. More than 1,000 ships, carrying families, soldiers, engineers, farmers, and leaders. People cried, but they did not scream. People feared, but they did not fall. They traveled into darkness with quiet determination. The Silent Edge was colder than they expected. Even scanners shook with strange readings. There were ruins everywhere, abandoned structures floating in space like skeletons of old civilizations. Some were broken by time, others by something unknown. Arlen felt something else in the darkness, something that made his skin tighten. It was not alien signals, and it was not human ones. It was something older, deeper, and hidden. His ship AI whispered. Unknown energy wave detected. Arlen stared at the screen and felt the first spark of suspicion. Maybe the Silent Edge was not empty. Maybe humanity had not been sent into death. Maybe they had been pushed into something the Council feared. The first human settlement was built on a cracked moon named Varela. Its surface was covered in giant fractures like scars on stone. But beneath the surface, there were tunnels not made by nature. Humans discovered strange machines inside, silent and cold. No one knew who built them. No one knew why they were abandoned. But the machines reacted to human touch, as if they had been waiting. Arlen walked through the dark corridors of the ruins with his team. Their footsteps echoed like whispers. The air felt heavy, like the moon itself was holding its breath. Then they saw it, a large metallic sphere, pulsing with faint blue light. When Arlen approached it, the sphere glowed brighter. His heart beat faster. Something inside that sphere felt alive, watching him, measuring him. His team stepped back in fear, but Arlen did not move. He felt that this object was not dangerous. It was calling him, calling humanity, calling the forgotten ones. At that moment, Arlen understood something powerful. Humans were not cast out because they were weak. They were cast out because someone feared what they could become. The Silent Edge was not a graveyard, it was a doorway to secrets older than the Council. Secrets that humans would soon learn how to use. Humanity was banished, but not broken, forgotten, but not defeated. From the shadows of the Silent Edge, a new destiny was beginning. The Silent Edge became humanity's new home, but it was a home wrapped in mystery and danger. Every day brought strange signals, unknown lights, and old machines waking from a long sleep. But instead of fear, humans felt something else rising inside them. Hope, ambition, and a quiet hunger to grow stronger. Captain Arlen Hayes stood inside the underground chamber beneath Moon Varela. The metallic sphere they discovered in Part 1 now floated above the ground, glowing brighter each day. It did not speak, yet it felt like it was guiding them. The more humans studied it, the more they realized that this technology was far beyond anything the Galactic Council knew. Engineers and scientists worked non-stop. They scanned the sphere, mapped its energy lines, and recorded its pulses. Every reading shocked them. This object did not only store information, it created it. It shaped energy, twisted gravity, and changed material structure like it was nothing. Dr. Ria Solon, the lead scientist, stared at the data with wide eyes. This technology should be impossible, she whispered. Arlen replied softly, impossible for the Council maybe, but not for us. humanity had found something powerful, something ancient, something the Council feared humans would discover if left alone too long. Across the silent edge, humans built secret bases inside ruined planets, asteroid fields, and hollow moons. They learned how to use the ancient tunnels, how to activate old machines, and how to harvest energy that felt almost alive. Slowly, quietly, humanity grew, not in the open, but in the shadows, in silence, but with purpose. The first great achievement was the Dominion Network, a hidden communication web built from ruins that allowed instant contact across light years. No alien empire had anything close to it. For the first time in human history, every ship and every colony was connected in real time. The Council believed humans were lost in darkness, but in truth, humans were becoming more united than ever. Next came the weapons. Silent, invisible, terrifying. Humans discovered a method to bend gravity into sharp waves. The weapon test shook an entire asteroid field without making a single sound. Arlen watched the display and felt a cold thrill run through his spine. "This is beyond anything we had before," he said. Dr. Rhea nodded. "We are not only rising, Arlen, we are evolving, but not everything was victory." One day, a human exploration ship, the Nightingale, disappeared after entering a dark fog near a dead star. Only one signal made it back, a short whisper. "They are not gone." The transmission cut off after that. No one knew who they were. No one knew if it was a warning, a threat, or something else. But everyone felt a new tension building in the silent edge. Arlen gathered his commanders and scientists. "We are surrounded by secrets," he said, his voice steady. "We are growing stronger, but so is something else." The room fell silent. Humanity was rising, yes, but the silent edge was waking too. Meanwhile, far away in the Galactic Council chambers, panic began to spark. Strange energy waves were detected coming from the region where humans had been exiled. Council members argued, shouted, and blamed each other. How can humans survive there? One alien demanded. They were supposed to fade away. Another hissed. But the truth was simple. Humans did not fade. They adapted. They learned. They improved. The Council sent a small scout fleet to investigate. None of the ships returned. All contact vanished like smoke in the wind. A final message was received from one of the scouts. Just a single word, rising, in the silent edge. Arlen watched the glowing sphere again. Its blue light had turned golden, almost like a star trapped in metal. He felt something inside it, something awake, something ready. He whispered to himself, "We are no longer forgotten." Humanity had risen in the shadows, quiet, hidden, and unstoppable, and soon, the whole galaxy would learn the truth. The silent edge was no longer silent. Strange energy waves moved through the dark like ghosts, touching every human outpost, every secret lab, every hidden shipyard. Humanity felt the change before they understood it. Something old had awakened, and it was watching them. Captain Arlen Hayes stood on the command deck of the ship, vigilant. The glowing sphere discovered on Varela was now secured inside a special chamber on the ship, beating with golden light like a living heart. Dr. Rhea believed it was communicating with something across the stars. Arlen believed it too. He just did not know if it was calling a friend or a monster. Then, one night cycle, everything changed. A massive energy pulse exploded out of the silent edge, shaking the entire region. Lights flickered, instruments died, and gravity itself twisted for a moment. The pulse was so strong that even the Galactic Council felt it from light years away. Arlen gripped the railing as alarms screamed across the ship. "What was that?" he demanded. "Doctor." Rhea stared at the readings, her voice trembling. "It was a signal, Arlen. A return signal." Before anyone could respond, new data appeared on the screens. A ship had entered the silent edge, but it was not human. It was one of the Council's scout ships, sent to spy on humanity. But the moment it crossed the border, its signals started to distort. Its engines failed, its lights vanished, and then it disappeared completely. Like something swallowed it whole, more Council ships followed, and one by one, they vanished. No explosions, no debris, no final message, just silence. A deep, terrifying silence. The Council panicked. In their grand chamber, voices rose in fear. "The humans are responsible," one alien shouted. "It has to be them," another cried. But deep inside, they all knew something was wrong. Humans were growing stronger, yes, but not strong enough to make entire fleets vanish without a trace. Something else was out there, something older than the Council, something that had waited in the silent edge for too long. Back on the Vigilant, Arlen and his officers watched the golden sphere pulse faster. It was reacting to something nearby. Suddenly, a screen flashed with a new transmission. A voice whispered through the speakers. Distorted and broken, Arlen leaned forward. The voice repeated a single message. "They are coming." Everyone froze. Dr. Rhea whispered, "Who is coming? And who sent this message?" But no one knew. No human ship had broadcast it. No Council ship had survived to send it. The message came from the darkness itself. Arlen made a decision. "We cannot wait," he said. "We send a stealth fleet into the deep zone. We find answers. Within hours, humanity's first shadow fleet prepared for launch. Ships with silent engines, invisible hulls, and gravity-bending cloaks. Weapons created from ancient ruins. Power cores fueled by unknown energy. The galaxy had never seen ships like these. As the fleet entered the deep zone, the stars looked wrong. Some flickered, some twisted in shape. Some felt alive. Sensors struggled to read anything. Then, in the darkness, they found a colossal structure, a ring larger than a planet, broken but still humming with ancient power. The sphere inside Arlen's ship reacted instantly, glowing brighter than ever. "It knows this place," Dr. Rhea whispered. "Or this place knows it," Arlen replied, before the fleet could investigate. The ring activated. A beam of light shot across space, carrying a new message, a message that reached every corner of the galaxy. A message the Council could not ignore. A message that changed everything. "We were not the first." Humanity stared at the transmission in silence. The Council shook in fear. Something older than both of them had awakened. Something that had waited in the dark. And now that humanity had risen, it had returned. The galaxy was no longer watching humans. Now, the galaxy was watching what followed them. The galaxy felt different after the ancient ring awakened. Worlds far away reported strange storms, broken signals, and stars that flickered like candles in the wind. The Council tried to hide the truth, but fear spread faster than light. Something old had returned, and humanity was standing in its path. Captain Arlen Hayes knew the silent edge would not stay quiet anymore. He stood inside the command center on Moon Varela, watching dozens of screens filled with strange energy readings. Human scouts vanished, Council scouts vanished, and even the ring itself shifted like it was alive. Dr. Rhea Solon moved quickly between consoles, her face pale. "It is waking up more systems," she whispered. "Whatever built this ring did not build only one." Then came the warning. A new signal echoed through the silent edge. Cold and sharp, it did not sound human or alien. It did not sound alive. It only said, "Protocols restored. Cleansing begins." Arlen felt his stomach tighten. "Cleansing," he repeated. "That means destruction." And he was right. Moments later, something moved near the ruins. Massive shapes drifted out of the dark, shaped like long blades of metal. Ancient machines, half alive and half dead. Powered by energy older than any empire, they turned toward the human colony and activated weapons that glowed like small suns. Human defenses reacted instantly. Invisible shields rose, drones launched, and gravity weapons charged. The silent war had begun, but it did not sound like war. No explosions, no loud blasts, no fire. Everything happened in cold silence. Human weapons bent gravity into thin waves, slicing the ancient machines apart without a sound. The machines returned fire with beams that erased matter like dust. The battlefield was quiet, deadly, and terrifying. Arlen watched as one of the human ships, the Helios wing, vanished into pure white light. No escape pods, no radio message, no debris, only silence. He clenched his fists. "We fight in shadows," he whispered, "but we do not fall." Humanity adapted quickly. They learned the machines' attack patterns, studied their energy cores, and cracked their movement codes. Dr. Rhea discovered something shocking. "These machines were made by the same builders as the sphere," she said, "but they are not protectors, they are erasers." Arlen understood. The ancient builders created machines to destroy anything that grew too strong. Now those machines believed humanity was a threat. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council descended into chaos. They received only fragments of reports, unknown machines, entire fleets gone, human activity detected. The Council tried to send reinforcements, but every fleet disappeared in the silent edge. They finally realized a truth they never wanted to accept. Humans had not just survived exile. Humans had become powerful, united, and dangerous. The Council made a desperate decision. They broadcast a message toward the silent edge: humanity, we request peace talks. But humanity did not respond. Not out of hatred, but because they were busy fighting for survival. Back in the battle zone, Arlen's fleet pushed deeper into the ancient territory. Their ships moved silently through shattered ruins and broken rings. Everywhere they went, they found signs of a long-dead civilization. Destroyed cities, melted metal, and machines frozen in time. It looked like the ancient builders fought their own creations and lost. Arlen felt a cold truth settle inside him. If we fail here, he said softly, humanity will share the same fate. With new data from the sphere, humanity created more advanced weapons, gravity storms, silent missiles, energy nets, and cloaking fields stronger than before. In the next wave of battle, they struck with precision. Ancient machines fell one by one. For the first time since the awakening, the silent edge grew quiet again. Then something unexpected happened. A captured ancient machine activated a final message. It projected a hologram of a long-lost builder species. We feared your kind. The hologram said, you learn too fast, you adapt too fast, you rise too fast. Arlen stared at the projection in silence. The builders were not talking about themselves. They were talking about humanity. The silent war was not just a battle. It was a warning written by a dead civilization that knew what humans could become. And now, humanity was about to prove them right. The silent edge was changing. The ancient machines were broken. The hologram's warning echoed in every human mind. Humanity now understood the truth. They had not been exiled because they were weak. They had been exiled because the galaxy feared what they could become. Captain Arlen Hayes stood at the center of the human command station, staring at a giant hologram of the ancient ring network. Lines of energy spread between the broken structures like veins glowing in the dark. Dr. Rhea Solin stepped beside him, her eyes calm but determined. The machines were only the first wave, she said. The builders always prepared a second one. Arlen nodded slowly. We cannot wait for the next attack, he replied. We end this now. Humanity moved with silent speed. Factories hidden inside asteroids roared to life, building new ships powered by energy taken from the golden sphere. Scientists unlocked deeper functions of ancient technology. Engineers improved cloaking fields and gravity weapons. Soldiers trained for battles no other species had ever imagined. In the shadows of the silent edge, humanity constructed something grand. A fleet unlike anything in the galaxy. Black holes that swallowed light. Engines that made no sound. Weapons that bent space like soft metal. This was the birth of the Dominion Armada, the first true symbol of humanity's new power. When the Armada launched, space itself seemed to hold its breath. Arlen led the fleet from the command ship Vigilant, now upgraded with ancient energy core and systems not found anywhere else in the galaxy. Dr. Rhea controlled the sphere, which glowed brighter the deeper they moved into the ring network. It felt almost alive, guiding them, warning them, helping them. Then they found it, the central control nexus of the ancient builders, buried inside a hollow planet made of metal. The entire structure pulsed with fading power, like a dying heart refusing to stop. As the fleet approached, the planet awakened. Dozens of massive machines rose from the surface, wings of metal unfolding like giants stretching after a long sleep. Their voices echoed through space in a cold whisper. Cleansing protocol active. Humanity did not wait. The silent war had already taught them that hesitation meant death. Arlen gave the command. Strike. The battle that followed was not loud. It was a dance of light and darkness. Human ships moved like shadows through the enemy lines, silent and deadly. Gravity waves sliced machines into pieces. Energy nets trapped their cores. Silent missiles broke their shields. The ancient machines fought with brutal force, but they were slow, predictable, and built to defeat civilizations long gone. Not humanity. Not a species that adapted faster than they could calculate. Dr. Rhea activated the sphere, and a beam of golden energy shot into the metal planet. The machines froze, their lights flickering like dying stars. A final message echoed from the planet. We feared what you would become. Arlen watched the machines collapse. One by one, humanity had survived the builders' test. Humanity had defeated their destroyers. Humanity had risen, back in the Galactic Council. Silence filled the chamber as a new signal reached.